Welcome back. You're watching Live from Paris on France 24. It's time for Media Watch. James Creedon is here to tell us what's in the press today. Good evening to you, James.
Good evening, Laura.
Now, this is a good one, isn't it? Front page of Libération. This is a left-leaning newspaper here in France, and they've got a very strong message on their front page for the country's richest man.
Get the hell out of here, buzz off, casse-toi, which in French is a very strong way of saying... Buzz off is actually a pretty mild way of saying casse-toi. You know, we could get very vulgar here on France 24, but we won't. Casse-toi, riche con, you rich fool. Now, this is Bernard Arnault. He is the head of Louis Vuitton, Moet, Hennessy, LVMH.
He runs some of France's most successful companies.
That's right. He's the richest man in Europe. There you go.
Probably someone you'd want to keep in France.
That's right. Now, in any case,
guess.
he has sought, as the Belgian papers revealed on Saturday, Belgian nationality. Now, Bernard Arnault has said, I'm going to continue to pay all my taxes in France. Many people speculate that it might be to do with inheritance tax, which is very hefty in France. Maybe he's trying to find a way of passing on his money to his children. Let's take a look on the computer, because what that front page headline.
Because also we should point out, we should also point out François Hollande wants to levy a 75% tax on earnings over €1 million, which
That's right.
would possibly affect him.
It might send some people fleeing for the border.
What's the reaction online
All
here?
right, well, just first of all, it's a reference, casse-toi, pauvre con, to a Sarkozy gaffe. Back at the beginning of his presidency.
And he got ribbed for this for years.
It became like you had people wearing T-shirts of it, wanting him out of office. It means buzz off, you poor fool, which is what he said to a heckler once, right?
Look it up.
And that's right. Now, what people are reacting, this is the reaction online. People are saying, oh, people haven't understood anything if they're defending Bernard Arnault. Taxes is about national solidarity. It's not a punishment. So that's a
Well, you had over
Libération.
3/4 of your earnings.
That's right. Well, he is a Libération journalist. Another person here saying, note to the French, just because a man is a multimillionaire doesn't make 75% taxation legitimate. That's a bit much. And you had various other reactions online as well. This is Arlem Désir. He is a
left-wing
politician. He's saying, look, you are a member of the economic elite. If you love France, you shouldn't leave it. Blah, blah, blah,
you
blah,
can stay here, but just give us all your money.
Give us all your money, right? Now, some more reactions from the media.
You can almost hear David Cameron rolling out that red carpet, can't you?
Which he made that offer recently, didn't he?
Absolutely.
He said, all of you, come over here.
Tax exiles.
Now, Slate.fr, they're saying that this was a simplistic and puerile and even a dangerous analysis by Libération. At no point in their editorial in which they say that Bernard Arnault is being morally unscrupulous by seeking Belgian nationality.
So who said, ça ira, it'll be all right, it'll be all right?
He said that was Nicolas Desmarons, who is, I think, he was one of the director of Libération, who was the editorial director. In any case, Slate says that at no place in the editorial does Libération try to imagine a France where you could both have solidarity and also keep the likes of Bernard Arnault in the country. So they're not really providing solutions. They're just going on a bit of a witch hunt, according to Slate.fr. Now, I think one of the most interesting analysis came from Bakshish, which is a lefty paper. Now, they're saying, casse-toi, riche Rothschild. Now, what is this about? I'll explain to you. One of the biggest shareholders in Libération is a guy called Edouard de Rothschild. He sought Israeli nationality 2 years ago. And there are some tax benefits that come along with that as well, right? Now, in any case, Libération didn't say much about that at the time. They kept very quiet about it. So maybe there's a little bit of a double standard. Now, we actually spoke to the deputy news editor of Libération. We asked him about whether or not there was a little bit of hypocrisy there. Let's take a listen to what he said.
It is not relevant since Edouard de Rothschild pays all his taxes in France. He's a French resident. Having also the Israeli nationality does not mean that he's not paying his taxes in France. So the question is not the same at all. This front page is a very funny one for many people, many readers. I mean, it's not an insult. It's only a play with a very famous sentence that Nicolas Sarkozy said a few years ago, "Casse-toi, pauvre con."
Now, there you go. He mentioned the casse-toi pauvre con remark at the end. Now, the thing is, Bakshish, the lefty magazine, who pointed out this Edouard de Rothschild anomaly, they said, well, Edouard de Rothschild 2 years ago said, I'm seeking Israeli nationality because I want to participate in the equestrian team for Israel in the London Olympics, which he never actually did. So that was maybe not entirely true, right? Now, they're saying maybe Bernard Arnault should have insisted he just wants to be part of the Brussels underwater hockey team, and then Libération won't go after him as well. Now, actually, let's roll these pictures, because do you know that underwater hockey actually is a sport?
I didn't even know it existed. Have they got spoons? What are they doing?
I don't know what they're doing, but that is actually a sport. So look, Bernard Arnault, if you had just said that this is what you want to do in Brussels, according to Bakshish, Libération wouldn't have said anything. They wouldn't have done a front page piece on you at all. It would have all been gone swimmingly.
And who wouldn't want to do underwater hockey? It looks
looks like a lot of fun, doesn't it?
What a great way to pass the afternoon, I think. All right. Good stuff, James Creedon. Thank you very much indeed. That's it from Media Watch. Now we're going to take a look at what else is going on the weird and wonderful world of the web. Now we've got web news for you, including one story: young Iranians rising up against having to wear the veil. That's next.